What's up, YouTube? I am the dude in Just a Dude TCG. I run an eBay, TCG player store, and I vend locally. Today, I want to show you how you can still make a little bit of money on 20-cent floor bulk cards. It involves skipping out on these bad boys and instead using some card stock to get you there. I've been a fairly successful seller. I have a 100% feedback rating on TCG Player over about 700 sales over the last year. I'm slowly ramping up my bulk. I am no phantom cards with a Rico card sorter or anything like that. I don't use automation. Currently, I'm just sorting the bulk and listing it myself. I do want to ramp up, but I haven't bought any bulk collections in order to make it really worth getting that automation set up yet. Hoping to in the future, but not there yet. Oh, yeah. And when I show you how I'm cutting this with a rototrim, you're not going to need that. I've got an Amazon card cutter that's very cheap. All of my Amazon links are referrals. The Walmart ones are normal, but I'm going to show you the cost of everything to get you across the finish line, make you money on even single card order. This is how my method saves you money. This costs 8 cents. It is 26% of your ounce envelope, 27% even. This costs 2 cents. It's 10% of your envelope. You can get 2 more non-hollow cards and you're still under the weight of a top loader. This is the card stock that we get from Walmart. It's 110 pounds versus 20-pound weight for regular copy paper. We can make 3 per sheet. First thing we do is go the short ways to 7.5 inches. And that's the way that we're going to fold it. And then we make 3 of these at 3.25 inches. These are good for our shipments from 1 card to 20. And then if we're doing 21 to 30, we still do the 7.5. But we cut them to 2 3/4. I'll explain why during the clip later on when I show you what we're doing with them. We can make 4 per sheet doing it this way. So we get a little bit extra. And this one is exactly 2.75 or just close enough. Here is the breakdown for a single 20-cent card order. My floor is 20 cents, so this is the least amount that I will get paid out. It's $1.02 net. To break that down for our costs, this is everything that goes into the envelope. Copy paper for the packing slip, $5.77 for 500, about a penny. Amazon 2x1 sticker that's a thermal label. I use this to affix the team bag to the packing slip. $6.99 for 1,000, a little bit under a cent. Cardstock, this is the secret sauce. You can buy it from Walmart. It's actually sheets of 150 quantity, but you can cut them down into 3 each, so you get 450 out of it. About 2 cents per versus 8 cents for a top loader. Team bags to put this in with the cards, $14.32 for 400, 3.5 cents. This is just a generic Amazon listing. Most of these are. Penny sleeve, $13.2 for 1,000, a little bit over a penny, despite being called a penny sleeve. Ink for my ink printer, it was $80 for 2 toner cartridges. You get an estimated 6,000 pages out of that, so that's an extra 1.3 cents cost, something you really need to factor in because it does add up. Envelope, this is an Amazon listing for 500. If you have a Sam's Club membership, it's usually about $15 for 500, so you can save some money there. About 4 cents each. Stamp, 78 cents. You always have to have a stamp. So our total cost on a single card order is 92.2 cents. The payout of $1.02. You make just under 10 cents. And you might think, oh, that's nothing. Well, it is. But also, when it's a single card order and you have your inventory well sorted, you can pull that in like 5 seconds. You just get the packing slip, grab it, load it, put it in, and it's 10 cents revenue. And it gets a card out of your inventory that you don't really want. All right, this order is a great example of how you save money. You've got 8 cards here. Some of them are hollows, so it's going to go a little bit over an ounce if we use this full sheet. If it were non-hollows, it would be fine. I'll show you on this order. This one I just redacted, but you can see what I had on it. I cut down the edges of both sides. So basically cut off from here and here. Doesn't really remove anything important from the order. You can see that we're right under an ounce. This will save you 29 cents from an extra ounce stamp. And if you put a top loader in there instead of the paper that I showed you, you're also spending 5 to 6 extra cents on the top loader versus the piece of paper. All right, here's a quick example with one card. Everything has been redacted so you don't see what it is. This is the secret that we've talked about. Super lightweight. Fold it over. Put it in the team bag. Single card. And the penny sleeve. Seal it up. Get a sticker. Put it on. Fold it up to this line. Fold it over again. Ready to be slotted into an envelope. Here's what we do for orders that have 11 to 20 cards. I have 16 energy cards here. We'll act like this is an order, obviously, for 16 cards. I separate them into even piles, so 8 cards each, 2 penny sleeves. I put up to 10 cards in each penny sleeve. This is for shipping bulk, stuff under probably $1. I get 1, 2 papers, slot them in each. Grab 1, 2 team bags. Of course, the static makes them stick, which is always fun. All right, line it up on the bottom of the paper. Grab 2 of your thermal label stickers. Fold it over. Put it in your envelope. And you can see under 2 ounces. So that'll just be 1 forever stamp and an extra ounce stamp for 16 cards. To 30 card orders. The floor on my cards is 20 cents. So I actually do this up to 60 cards. I'll just send 2 separate envelopes, each with 30 cards. Tracking on a box is about $6. So even when we're at the $12 mark for 60 cards, it's cheaper to do 2 separate envelopes with 2 forever stamps and 4 extra ounce stamps. So let's get started. This is 27 cards. So I'm going to do 9 cards each in 3 stacks. Okay. Grab 3 penny sleeves. And the difference in these and the first 2 orders is that I have to cut down my paper by 1/4 of an inch. So we have these stacks, and these are now 2.75 inches instead of 3 inches. And it allows you to stack these vertically instead of horizontally, and they still fit within the envelope. Okay. 3 team bags. And now, to better protect these and make it just look a little cleaner, I'll push it down to the edge, take a blank thermal label that I bought, fold it over. Do that for all 3. Now, line them up on the bottom. Get your thermal labels. Tape it. Fold it over. This one has to be pretty tight in order for it to fit, but I also put a piece of tape on the back of the envelope just to be safe, because I'll show you when I put this in. There's just a little bit of extra space usually that it takes up over the actual envelope. This one actually I folded pretty good. But I'll put a piece of tape, packing tape across here. All right, I'll show you what weight we're at. These are all non-hollow cards, but you can see we're at 2.4 ounces, so that gives you a lot of room for hollow cards in there as well. You had 2 top loaders in there to protect all these. That's an extra 3.3 ounces. You're already close to the 3-ounce mark, which you can't go over if you use top loaders instead of this. Well, that's the video. Hopefully it was enlightening. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. There's links in the description of all the items that I'm using. There are referrals for Amazon. Anything else you need to see, please let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I guess first video is in the books. Hopefully there'll be more. I am pretty motivated. I really like talking about Pokemon, so why not become the next, I don't know, 1,000th late 30s white male telling you how much he likes Pokemon and what you should be doing with it. All right. Thanks. See you next time. Well, that's the video. Well, that's the video.